Today's class is agency law credit. The reason why it's agency law is because when we start talking about real estate that's owned by someone who's deceased or by a trust or by multiple heirs, in that case, you have an agency duty to either the trust, to the estate, to the heirs, and now you're dealing with multiple parties who have potentially competing interests in what to do with the property, maybe the price that it's going to be sold for. Maybe there's one person that doesn't want to sell it. They want to simply lease the property. So as far as an agency relationship, that transaction becomes more complicated than simply finding an individual owner, a husband and wife, somebody who has the same interests with respect to the property. So when we deal with agency, we're looking at the commissioner's standards, and the first thing that we have to look at is A.A.C. R4 281101. And this deals with two things, right? This deals with your fiduciary duty that you owe to your clients. So your clients would be, if you are the listing agent, your clients would be anyone that owns the property or has an interest in the property. If you are representing a buyer, then your client would be the buyer, right? The person or entity that's going to purchase the property. But while you owe a fiduciary duty to your clients, you also owe a duty to treat all parties to the transaction fairly. Now, what's the word that we find, or what's the provision of the Code of Ethics that is similar to that? Anybody know? What does the Code of Ethics say as far as your duty to other parties to the transaction? You have to actually treat them honestly, right? So the Code of Ethics has a very similar provision as our state statutes, but instead of using the word fairly, they use the word honestly. Now, I will tell you that the interpretation given to our commissioner's rules and this particular section by our courts is that basically fairly and honestly are synonymous, that they pretty much are the same and to be interpreted that way.